Right, good afternoon. Good afternoon. I've got half an hour then, and I think we're going to start on this. So the wheels are in progress. The swinging arms in progress. I've ordered some shocks, so I managed to get hold of a set of shocks. Now I don't know what they're going to be like. They look like they've got a little bit of surface rust, which we can get rid of, but it doesn't look like it's eating into it like mine, wherever mine have gone somewhere or other. Okay, so that's good. That's all good. So we've got half an hour to do something. Now we're going to have a quick blast around this then. This is our next stage, I think. So I'll start on it. So what are we going to do here? I'm not going to strip this down anymore. I think I've already said this probably plenty of times. I've got to take these chrome trims off. So I'm going to take these chrome trims off, then that's it. Headstock forwards, forget it. We're just interested in the frame and the engine really. And with the engine then, with the frame, so the frame, if you look at it, I think most of it will just need a bit of a wash, get the dust off. There are a couple of bits of rust on it. So all we're going to do, we're just going to give it a quick rub down and we're just going to spray over the frame with some paint. Okay, so this is just a patch up job this. With the engine, okay, with the engine, we're not going for, we're not going super clean or anything like that. We're not going polished. Hold on, sorry. Where are you? There you are. What we're going, all I want is just to get rid of the corrosion. So you see all of the white horrible stuff. If the engine looks like that, you see there, I'll be very happy with it. Okay, so that's as good as we need to get the engine. With the fins, look, you can see the fins are all a bit corroded. I had a quick spin with a bit of wire wool at the top here, and you can see the top ones. That's exactly how I want them. Okay, they don't need to be any cleaner than that. Carburetors. Oh, I don't know. I don't really want to take all of that out. I don't want to take it all out. I think we'll just give it a wash off. Let's give it all a wash off. Well, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh, this is looking great. This is now, excuse the mess. Excuse the mess. So what I've done, I've just gone over it with some gunk engine cleaning stuff and a scouring pad and a paintbrush, and I've just gone over the whole thing. And then I've hosed it down. I actually bought the hose pipe, gave it a wash, and then hosed it down in here. Now it made a bit of a mess on the floor, as you can see. But in this heat, it's just evaporating straight away anyway. That'll be gone in half an hour, I bet. And it was saturated in here a minute ago. So look, carbs, they've come up nice and clean. We'll take these shiny bits off and clean them up. But the engine, so you can see the inner crankcases are, they're lovely, very nice indeed. Now there are bits that I can't get to and I can't wash right now. If you look at the outer, what I will do is when I get the thing running and I can get it outside, then I will actually pressure wash off the engine. You know, if I can get a pressure washer in there, and then what it will do is it will get properly into these fins and that kind of thing as well. Okay, so we'll do that when we actually get the thing running. But for now, that is fantastic. That is awesome. So what do we need to do then? Got rid of all of the gunk that was around the back there. Look at the crankcase, fantastic. Not that you're actually going to be able to see the really shiny bits. Hey, so what we're going to do is, so you see, where's my finger? There's my finger. Right, now you see this rear frame section here. You can see there's a bit of surface rust on it, and the side stand bracket frame. How's the frame there? I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't see particularly well. You can see there's a little bit of rust here, there, and everywhere else. Hardly anything though, really. What we'll do is we'll wait for all this to dry off. We'll give it a bit of a wipe down, and then I think what we'll do, we'll just give it a quick rub down with a scouring pad or something. Nothing too serious. Get some newspaper so we can cover everything else off, and then we'll just give them a quick coat of paint, just some of that hammerite, you know, straight to rust black stuff on any bits of rust on the black paintwork that we can see. And then when we've done that, we can start putting the back end back together, can't we? Fucking A, man. This is tramping on, this is, I'll tell you. Looking good, isn't it? Ain't it looking good? Okay then, so what have we bought? Well, the first thing we got was a pair of shocks. I can't remember those. I'm going to have to look up, but they were around about 25 quid or something like that. I bought those for. And I have to say, they looked a lot better in fucking photographs on the advert than they actually do when you look at them close up. But they've got rust on them, but I think it's mainly surface rust. So I think we're going to be able to clean these up. I think between those and the ones I took off the bike, we should be able to make up a nice set of rear shocks for this thing. So that's not too much of an issue. And then I bought a huge pile of bits. So I went down to buy a couple of fork tubes off Facebook Marketplace. This was. Initially I only went for the fork tubes, but I came back with fork tubes, which are in pretty good nick actually. So I'm quite pleased with them. They need a little bit of cleaning up, but I think we can get away with most of that. Crash bars. I didn't even want crash bars, and he managed to sell me crash bars. Set of handlebars. Everything's got like surface corrosion on it. But surface corrosion we can deal with, can't we, mainly? Well, hopefully anyway. And I got an exhaust as well, which is fantastic. Now, I wasn't expecting this, but it was such a good price. I think it's a stainless steel, so it's an aftermarket system. You can see it's well tarnished, but it will clean up, I think, quite nicely. Okay, it's got a few scuffs on one of the tailpipes, but again, we'll see what we can do. It's not the end of the world. I'm not worried about a few scuffs anyway, and we might be able to clean them up a bit as well. So, exhaust, crash bars, handlebars, forks. I got a feeling I bought something else, but I can't remember what it was now. There's nothing here. So we'll take the price off the side. I paid £120 for all of that lot, which on hindsight it was an absolute steal, but that was all the cash I had on me at the time anyway. So James, thank you very much for that. You did me a right favour thinking about it now. So yeah, thank you very much, and I hope your knee is better or getting better. Okay, good. So these are our bits. Let's do a price check. So you can see we've got very little money left now. Bearing in mind we've still got to buy a battery for this thing, haven't we? We've definitely got to buy one of them, and anything else we come across as well along the way. But this is going to get us a long way into this project, that's for sure. Okay, fantastic. So swinging arms done. You've seen that being done. The wheels are done. You've seen the wheels getting done. The bike, you see we cleaned the bike down, haven't we? Okay then, so we can see all of this rust down around here and that. So first thing I'm going to do is have a go with a wheel on the drill. Okay, it's a bit noisy this, so we'll just be a little bit careful. afternoon. Good afternoon then. So I've painted the back end of the frame as we saw, and removed the newspaper. So let's have a look and see. Let's have a look and see how it turned out. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so this is how it turned out. And to be fair, to be honest, I'm really pleased with it. It's done exactly what I wanted it to do. Really, it's got rid of the sort of covering of rust that we had, hasn't it? I gave it, so I painted it from about sort of here backwards. Okay, so you can see that's how it used to look, and that's what it looks like now. Yeah, and you know, the coverage is pretty good. I think. I don't think I've actually missed anything at the minute. I think I was expecting to pull the newspaper off and find that I hadn't been able to get to some of the bits where the newspaper was, if you see what I mean. But yeah, overall, that's exactly what I was hoping for. What I did, if you look, the light's a bit shit in there at the minute, isn't it? The bolts that I painted over, I took the bolts out and then just whizzed them up on the wire wheel, just take the paint off. So that looks pretty good. Down the back end here then, so you can see that was right manky in there, wasn't it? And now that looks all right in there. I'm very happy with that, I have to say. Down the other side of the bike, it's a bit awkward to get to the other side. Where are you? There you are, look, there's a bit of frame. Yeah, and you see the coverage is good. Coverage is good. I think we'll find out how good it really is when we sort of get it back together, and then we can get it outside, and then we'll see if there's any bits that I have missed that you can see when when you're looking at the bike. We'll see if there's any manky bits of frame that we have missed. But overall, I'm well pleased with that. Now I gave it sort of 3-ish coats. But I mean, to be honest, it was not an exact science. Some bits would have had them in 10 coats. Other bits have probably only got 2 coats. But I aimed for sort of 3 over most of it if I could. Okay, so that's fantastic. That I also painted up, and so I just cleaned off these little bits here. That's the side stand bracket in it, and this is the little bit that goes down on the swinging arm. So I've given them a coat of black paint as well. So I reckon what we'll do is we'll put the swinging arm. Now, excuse the mess, there's bits everywhere. You know what I'm like. What we'll do is we'll start putting the back end back together. Okay, and that way I'll end up with a lot less bits hanging around, won't I? So if we rebuild the back end a bit, anyway, as much as we can for now. Oh, I've got to take that stud out, haven't I? Better remove that before we go any further. I'll do that first, and then we'll, yeah, let's build the back end back up together. I got the shocks. Now, I said I bought the shocks. In the end, I didn't video any of this because I didn't have any space on the phone, but with the shocks, I took all 4 shocks, so the 2 that I bought that were a bit manky, to be fair, and my 2, and I took them apart completely, so stripped them down and cleaned everything up, and then used the best 2, built 2 out of what I had. Okay, if you ever want to take these shocks apart, you have to compress the spring. I've got a car spring compressor, so I had to modify it a little bit, but it did the job. And then underneath here, there's a little nut. So grab hold of the nut, twist the top off, and then it all just comes apart, nice and easy. Like I say, I didn't video it. I didn't have any bloody space to video it, but they've turned out okay. If you look at this one, I don't know what's happened to the chrome in the middle there. It's like something's been banging around it or something, but it is what it is. That's how they're going to be. Overall, the effect is pretty good on those, I think. And to be fair, if we ever do a chop on this bike, they'll be the first things to go anyway, won't they? So that'll be good for now. The other thing I did forget to say as well was that I cleaned this up just with a wire wheel. That's come up nice. This is a regulator, I reckon. So I haven't removed it from the bike. I just unplugged it and got it out as far as I could, and I did that with oh, it's back in the shed again now, with a wire wheel on the plug-in electric drill. Yeah, and that's come up nice. That's come up nice. So let's leave this as one video, just to strip down. And what we'll do is the next video will be starting to rebuild this thing. Yokie doke. Okay, good stuff. I don't think there's anything else I've got to tell you in a minute, so I'll catch up with you very shortly. See you soon. Bye bye.